What's up, guys? I couldn't think of a better way to cover all the news thing to go live and give you my thoughts. I'm very happy. I was a little skittish given that the only moves we made is to bring back Adam Duvall and add Eddie Rosario with 20 minutes to go before the deadline, but AA is notorious to be fashionably late to the party, and being able to add Soler and Richard Rodriguez. Richard Rodriguez is actually the favorite of mine. 2.82 ERA. Yeah, he's been a little off with the new sticky stuff, but 2.82 ERA, 33 strikeouts, 5 walks, 14 of 17 for a Pittsburgh Pirates team that is rebuilding. And he's just a really, really good depth piece. You could go, especially how well our bullpen's been firing of late, given our deep starting. And we have the best ERA since the All-Star break outside of the Brewers and their big three. Unfortunately, we get 2 of their big 3 in this series, but just giving up Bryce Wilson and DeVito and Richard Rodriguez has 2 more years of control as a free agent until the 2024 season is a big get, and only having to give up Bryce Wilson and Richie DeVito. Bryce Wilson, I love him, and I thought we might revert him to a late inning reliever. But I like it for Bryce because he can finally have a role, and we got something we needed. He got something we needed, and I will always be happy for what he did for us in his entire career, because it was certainly a yo-yo. And what he did against Clayton Kershaw I will forever be thankful for that. So I'm really, really happy with that. You can go, say, Chavez 6, Chavez 6, Matzek 7, Martin, Rodriguez 8, Smith 9, or Rodriguez 9, Smith 8, Martin. Matzek's been pitching really well. It just deepens a bullpen that's been pitching very, very well. I'm jealous that you're here for the game or at the game. Let's see. Adam Duvall coming back. Adam Duvall coming back is very, very nice. Just because he can't hurt us anymore, and he's very, very solid, and he's been great on the road, and getting him out of that cavernous ballpark of Miami. And we already know what Adam Duvall can bring and what he's done for us. So I'm really happy about that, only giving up Alex Jackson, who didn't really have any more options with the Braves unless we brought him up, even though I think he would have been a better option than Kevin Smith. It's not a steep price at all. Jorge Soler is an interesting one. Yes, his numbers don't look at all flashy whatsoever, but he's bashed seven homers in July, and let's just say getting rid of Pablo Sandoval, who hadn't had a hit since July 11th or June 11th, excuse me. So that helps too. Pretty graceful center fielder can play all 3 outfield spots, I believe. He is a free agent. He is a free agent at year's end, but it gives us some quality off the bench and depth. Eddie Rosario is unfortunately injured at the moment, but he's a solid piece as well. 254, 7 homers, 46 RBIs, and he's got a bit of 9 stolen bases. So he is hurt, but he could play against righties in the corner spots. Jock Peterson's done very, very well in the leadoff spot against lefties. So they're not flashy moves, but they are quality moves. And we've already seen with the lineup tonight, you've got Duvall 5th, Dansby 6th, Vogt 7th, already 8th, Tukey, and that gives you a lot more hope. So everything, even though not very, again, not flashy, but great, and it just makes us better out here. Adrianza's still on our bench. You can, and hopefully Adam Duvall's the tonic for us to win 2 in a row. This trade deadline is definitely been the craziest I've ever seen, and I was a little nervous, as I said, with like 20 minutes to go and only adding Adam Duvall and Rosario. Also, Adam Duvall does have a mutual option for next year, depending on Ronald Acuna's recovery and Jock's, what we do there. There's also a mutual option. So having a surplus of outfielders really, really helps at this point, and it gives us a lot more warm and fuzzy hope in terms of that. And with the addition of Rodriguez, you can mix and match in the late innings. And with Inoa, Tucker Davidson, Travis d'Arnaud making his rehab start tonight. It just feels really good, and the pitching staff has been very, very solid. It's going to be a tough series given that we face Burns and Woodruff in 2 of the 3. It's going to be a little tough there, but I just hope we can do the little things better with the ABC baseball stuff. But Alex Anthopoulos has a knack. Yes, does he ever spin top prospects or a big deal? Not usually and not really. And I don't think this year was the year to do it. Last year might have been, but the additions we have made are definitely an upgrade, and I'm very, very happy about that. And just, I mean, you can also, when Eddie Rosario comes back, you can have him play against righties. He can also he plays all 3 outfield positions as well, so there's versatility in the outfield. And like I said, Jock has been very much better against lefties than everybody's given him credit for. I really appreciate everything that and only giving up Bryce Ball, Bryce Wilson, Richie DeVito is an interesting one. The Kalish kid that we gave up in the Duvall deal, I'm not sure. Why are you shocked at Sandoval? He hasn't had a hit since June 11th, and I think he's reached base maybe 4 times. If they want a Panda head person, I'll gladly go do it. I mean, if that's it there. And Rosario, even though he's hurt at the moment, I know. even though he's hurt at the moment, he gives us versatility and a little bit of speed, kind of the Ender and CRJ type there. I don't know. Maybe he wanted some more consistent at bats for Pablo. I don't know, but maybe that's why. I think he would have had to approve it too, so I'm not sure. But we did get cash as well. I'm happy for Alex Jackson too. Excuse me. Hope he doesn't kill us too badly, but to get no, I didn't. We traded Richie DeVito and Bryce Wilson for Richard Rodriguez and Alex Jackson to the Marlins for Adam Duvall and Kalish to KC for Jorge Soler. So definitely not our top echelon prospects. I also could see maybe Indigo Diaz coming up at some point to help the bullpen, possibly. Maybe not, considering we have Noah on the way back from his hand injury and Tucker Davidson and Ian Anderson on the way back, but it's also a possibility there as well. So there's a lot to be excited about, and there's a lot of matchable power in the middle of that lineup. Yes, there's strikeout, but you're going to get strikeouts any day of the week. But Duvall puts up good at-bats. Soler has been fabulous in July with 7 bombs. New change of scenery and a kind of a hitter-friendly ballpark. With the chop house and things of that nature. Definitely really, really excited. And Dansby being hot at the bottom of the lineup right now really, really helps. The pitching's been really solid. Tukey's got a big test tonight. The Brewers don't necessarily tear the cover off the ball, and they don't have Yelich and Peterson due to COVID tracing and such. So that kind of helps us in that regard. I love watching Yelich play, but I'm not necessarily sad that he's not playing. They did add Eduardo Escobar to the mix, which he's a nice versatile player for them, and they're kind of mix and matchy and things of that nature, like low-key Rays maybe not as good, but they know how to, and they're back into their bullpen with Josh Hader and their big 3, so they don't really have to score a lot, but I think we got a chance with Tukey's resurgence. Obviously, we always have a chance, but with Tukey's resurgence and all that stuff, it's great. And thank you, Ray Station. I appreciate it. I love what I do. So I'm just really, really pumped and really excited. And yes, could that road trip have been better? Yeah, but it also could have been worse. So in a winning road trip in division like that, yeah, it could have been 8-1, but it also could have gone the other way. And for us to fight like that, given our injuries and all that, I'm really impressed. The cherry on top of the deadline would have been somebody announced a Freddie Freeman extension, just so we don't have to think about it. But Pablo Sandoval is a good guy and was great to have around. But I mean, in terms of baseball and the limitations it gave us in terms of versatility, flexibility in defense late in games, and frankly the at-bats, he is a great guy, and maybe he'll become a coach or get a little time in Cleveland. I I think it was just it was a good move. I think Pablo was on his way to maybe being released anyway. So being able to get something, even though Eddie Rosario is currently on the IL, he's gonna help us down the road. So that I don't mind. Oh, it must have been a salary dump then for both, because Eddie Rosario is a free agent at the end of the year. So interesting. Maybe Pablo will catch on somewhere DH or something, because I did love what he brought with the Panda Head and the team and the morale and all that stuff. And of course, the 4 pinch hit homers in April were huge. But baseball's a baseball's a business, and that just that's obvious. But you just gotta keep rolling and keep doing. So, I mean, yeah, it's not much of a surprise in terms of him being cut and things of that nature, but it is what it is, and I appreciate what he's done for us, or he did for us last year and this. So hope he catches on somewhere or does what he wants to do. But just it's kind of coming into the fold of nice depth, nice versatility, both in the pen and in the lineup now. Really, really. Oh, I get it. Pablo was a great guy and great for us for what we needed, and now it was just time, I think. And Pablo getting inconsistent at bats, whereas in April he was coming off spring training, and so his bat path and stuff was there and things of that nature. So, yeah. Richard Rodriguez and Soler should be at the ballpark for us tomorrow as we celebrate Hank Aaron weekend. Hopefully, we'll hit a lot in the Hank Aaron Terrace so he can smile and be happy. And I also want to mention too, you've got Sean Newcomb as well. Excuse me, geez. Sean Newcomb, he had a rocky first appearance, but a really good second one. So maybe he's turning a corner as well. So that would be a nice extra addition. Shane Green has been pretty okay. Lately hasn't exploded too badly, and if he can turn it around like Matzek has, that's just everything that we've done today improves our chances. And we still got Freddie, Ozzie, Riley has been tearing the cover off the ball. The depth is just so much better in all aspects. The bench, Edgar Adrianza has been incredible. We will probably win the NL East, or that's what I'm hoping happens. But with what the Dodgers, Padres, and Giants have done, I don't know. Of course, anything can happen, and we know that. But that's just, you look at it on paper, and I know sports aren't played on paper, but that is going to be entertaining for sure. With the Giants getting Bryant, the Dodgers doing what the Dodgers do, Scherzer, Turner. I don't know how they're going to make that work, but Scherzer, Turner, and they didn't really give up too much, which is strange. Hey, John. But I mean, geez, The biggest loser, I think, to me today, sorry for the darkness, I think the biggest loser for me today is the Colorado Rockies. I don't know how in the world you hang on to A, John Gray, and B, Trevor Story. He's your most valuable asset and likely going to walk this year or after this year. I just don't get it. Chicago White Sox did a nice job getting Kimbrel, even though I think giving a Madrigal. I think giving a Madrigal is going to hurt. But obviously you don't know. And having Liam Hendriks and Craig Kimbrel in the same bullpen, that's just insane. Padres did get Jake Marisnick. The Nationals, I don't know who they're. I mean, I think you would need a hello, my name is for the Nationals, other than Juan Soto and Victor Robles and Alcides Escobar. Just be prepared for Juan Soto to be walked 500 times the rest of this year and beyond. Although I will give Rizzo some credit, their GM, to look at it and say, okay, we're not winning, so let's just blow it completely up because it is miserable. But they did win the World Series 2 years ago, so maybe it's a little easier to take. But getting rid of Scherzer, Turner, Schwarber, Brad Hand, Yan Gomes, Josh Harrison, and so many others that I can't think of right now. But I think the Oakland A's had a nice deadline, getting Starlin Marte, Yan Gomes, and Josh Harrison. I just got an alert that Mets ace Jacob deGrom suffers a setback. Additional inflammation in his right arm. Team hopeful for September. So Jacob deGrom is out until September. So that's an interesting one. And now the deadline is passed too, so they can't address it. I'm sure they would have made a bigger play for maybe John Gray or Kenta Maeda. They were close to getting Josh Donaldson and Kenta Maeda, but that one fell through, so that kind of hurts for them, not us. But I love Jacob deGrom. As a pitcher, I hate facing him, but I love watching him. So that's kind of stinks for the overall MLB, but not for us. So take the positive there. The Astros did a nice job revamping their bullpen. Kendall Graveman was the strangest trade of the deadline, even though Jerry Dipoto did kind of combat that with Castillo from the Rays. So getting Kendall Graveman, Yimi Garcia, and I believe another reliever that I can't think of right now. It's nice to see for the Astros to revamp there. The Rays did a nice job as well, getting Nelson Cruz. I think that's a perfect fit. The Yankees getting Gallo and Rizzo. Although I have a sneaking suspicion that he might sign back with the Cubs. Who knows? But that's a nice deeper lineup, and Joey Gallo for 6 prospects. I mean, I don't know if I believe it, but the Braves were rumored to be in on Gallo till the very end, but 6 prospects is a lot for just a year and a couple of months for Gallo, even though I think he's going to love that ballpark and it's a perfect fit for the Yankees. And yeah, Kimbrel to the White Sox for that type of package was a shocker, but the White Sox are definitely going for it. But he does have an option for next year as well. Kimbrel $16 million, so that also makes sense. But that's just a deadly bullpen there. And Andrew Heaney's a nice piece for the Yankees as well. Starter. And the Red Sox getting Schwarber, even though he's hurt right now, that's a nice. He could play first, DH, that kind of thing. Some versatility there, but you never know about the hamstrings. But he's going to enjoy pesky pull and that such. The Phillies adding Kyle Gibson and Ian Kennedy. Ian Kennedy is a free agent after this year. I believe Kyle Gibson has one more year of control. Kyle Gibson would have been is a nice piece. But it doesn't. I mean, they still need a lot of pitching, and Citizens Bank's ballpark is small, and you got to worry about the health of Rhys Hoskins and Bryce Harper, and because they went down yesterday. So who knows? Their offense has started to peak a little bit, but I still don't know if they have enough pitching wise, given that they gave up Spencer Howard and stuff like that, even though they only let Spencer Howard go 4 innings usually. So strange. I do like the Bryant to the Giants gives power, versatility. He can play multiple positions. They the Mets getting Baez, amazing power, strikes out like 5 times more than Dansby Swanson seems like. So not necessarily great, and I think Dansby is a better defensive shortstop. Yes, Javi has those magical tags and stuff, but I just like Dansby better in that regard. Jason Hayward, the Lone Ranger, and I think now Soto and Robles are the Lone Rangers from the 19 World Series. So how quickly things can change. And the Braves, yes, you want to go for it and you want to spin big and you want to move the needle, but I don't think this year was the year to move the needle. I think we have a really good shot at winning the East if we do things that we're supposed to do. And first of all, we got to win 2 in a row, obviously. But the thing is, the Braves still have great pitching. I don't know if I'm going to do the game tonight. What is it, Friday? Probably not. I'll do one next Tuesday or so, probably. And the Padres did get Jake Marisnick today. I did see that, but I was surprised that they didn't go after any more pitching. Maybe after the deal with Scherzer fell through, things got a little wacky, stuff like that. So I'm really stoked for what the Braves did. Yes, was it at the 11th hour? And yes, did it make me nervous? Yeah, but I'm really, really happy. And Duval can't hurt us anymore. And there's just so much power to be had in that lineup now. If you go Soler center, Jock right, and Duval left, that feels really good. Plus, Freddie Freeman doing Freddie Freeman things, and Ozzie Albies the extra basic king, and all that stuff, and the bullpen getting deeper and greater, and you can mix and match more, and the way our pitching has been. It feels really good. We got to win 2 in a row to start though, but very, 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 very excited. But yes, the game is on at about 30. I'm gonna do a live for a game next week, not this week, because I did one Wednesday. We lost, so I usually just do once a week. But I wanted to jump on here and talk all the trade stuff. I think I covered everything. But I think it was the easiest way to just have him imagine that he's facing the Braves. It was Wednesday, so I'll do one next week, but I didn't know exactly how to cover every thing that happened today. It would have been a super, super long video, and usually when super, super long videos happen, it's just easier to do a live. So if you have any other questions or whatever, shoot me a DM or question. Thank you, Jay. I love what I do. It's just been super fun, and adding lives and things just added a different dimension to kind of to it all, and I really enjoy it. I was worried people think I'm crazy after Wednesday's game and how we lost, but that's a real glimpse into how I watch games. So it's just been really fun. And this has been a maddening, lovely trade deadline. And I can't wait to see how things play out. But you'll see me for my recap tonight, and I will do a game next week sometime. I will post it on my Twitter when that will happen. So I will talk to you guys later. But as always, go Braves, and thank you, AA. AA is a genius, even though we want the big splashy. Sometimes it's not the year for the big splashy, and I think we greatly improved ourselves today, and I'm really, really excited for that.